What's good, you guys? My name is Jay Kungwani, and today I'm going to interview my cousin, to whom I consider as my ideal, and watch it as it is going to be a great learning experience for you all. So enjoy yourselves. So, the two things that I personally respect in my life are hard work and spirituality. And you can see one of the two things in lot of people you meet. But you rarely come across people having both together. So to me, that's my sister Aarti Kungwani. So welcome, sister. How are you?
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, and pleasure being on your show today.
Yeah, how it feels? I would like to ask you that how it feels that your younger brother is taking interview from you.
To be very honest, I feel like I'm on the seventh sky because someone from the very same family, and especially if it's a brother in India, so that's a very lovely feeling.
Okay, thank you so much. So, starting with the interview, I would like to ask you that what's the one thing that keeps you motivated throughout the whole day, as you are a working professional, and plus you are a mother also. So, how you deal with these things? What's the success mantra behind this? Please share with us.
Thank you, Jay. That's been a lovely question. I always believe that there should be a balance in life, balance in your working profession as well as into your personal life. So, managing both, doing your proper time management, distributing your day equally, and prioritizing what is needed for the day at that particular time in that specific hour. And that's how we can be able to manage both things very well.
That's a good answer, by the way. So, moving further, I would like to ask you that how you overcome your negativity. Like in COVID period, okay, most of us got depressed. Okay, we were in lockdown. Okay, full on negativity was around us. So, how you overcome that negativity?
See, then I would always say that again, that's a perspective. When we say that there is something negative going around, we should first, come back to our own thoughts and on our own words. That is there anything negative around? Of course, that was a situation, or it is still a situation that is persistent. But this stretch in life had taught me, and it had made me much more stronger, because it can now show your own more strength that we can do many things. Because apart from doing your regular office work, then there are many other, your personal development courses that you can do related to your professional life. Then moreover, with your own kid, you can sit and address to him and see what exactly he is doing. So that's been a wonderful moment, I should say.
Okay, so very nice answer to this question. So, my next question to you is, as a working professional, what challenges you have faced in your life till date? Because you are a girl, of course, and in our society, girls are not got that much appreciation from the parents, from the society. So, what challenges you have faced in your professional life?
Okay. Now, when you say that from India, yeah, of course, it's slightly tough because I hail from Ajmer, and from Ajmer to Mumbai, that journey had been a little bit of a roller coaster to adapt in the new culture altogether. But if you ask me challenges, then it was like I always see it as an opportunity for me, that if there is anything new on my way, I would give more of the time and give more efforts to that. And that's how I feel that whatever I am today, I am because of those efforts and those opportunities, not challenges.
Okay. Good. So, what's that one thing you want people should remember about you after you die? Means, what legacy you want to leave behind when after you get died?
Oh my God, you are taking me to the funeral now. And that to my own. Lovely. See, I always believe that life is in a way a very beautiful portrait. So it's about the colors that we want to use in that life. And if I have to say a legacy to leave behind, I always want to motivate, as I always keep doing that in my training sessions, that never ever see anything negative as in its own way. Always see something that is there for you. It is there to take you to the next level. It is, of course, there to boost up to your own skills and capabilities. So one thing is, of course, keep smiling and spreading that smile and keep learning. That's my mantra that I will like to teach.
Okay. So here we go with the next question. That if you have to define yourself in 3 words, how would you define and why? What you are, you have to say yourself in 3 words. You have to define yourself in 3 words. And why would you think that those 3 words define you, your personality, what you are, what are your perspective in your life?
3 words for my own self is: one is positive mind frame.
Okay.
Second is opportunist. And third is spirituality.
Okay. And why?
Why? Because I think life, to me, it's the amalgamation of all 3. If you are a spiritual person, of course, not spiritual in terms of in like being in the temples and all. Spirituality is a lifestyle. It's all about the way you think, and the way you think is that will define your success. That will define the way you are in your office culture or whatever task in your life you do. That will come up to its 100% of optimization.
Okay, that's great, and I'm sure I'm going to learn more about these things with you. And moving further, I would like to ask you that you are a spiritual person, okay? And I would like to ask you that how does spirituality help you in building your life, in defining your lifestyle, and do you feel grounded, or that's something more than this? Means after spirituality, after gaining knowledge in all these things in this field particularly, so you feel grounded, or that's something more which is unpredictable, unexpected, for like anything that?
See, first of all, I would like to share that spirituality, again I will say it like it's the way you think. That's the only meaning of spirituality is. So now, if you ask me, in today's world, of course, it keeps you grounded, because that's the real truth that you can see. Like many a times we feel bad, we feel offended, we feel that this, I was good for this work, but again the particular project has been delivered to someone else, or if I did this work, the credit has been taken by someone else, and that's how it happens in the corporates. Yeah. So spirituality always teaches you how to be intented in your own thoughts. And of course, you have to keep doing your good. And when you are doing anything good, if you are placing your hard work into any of the projects or in any of the work, it never goes unnoticed. It's like in Hindi we say na, sachai chupti nahi hai. So it's just like that. Your efforts never go underground anywhere. It's there in front of the world, I should say.
Thank you. The next question is, do you self-introspect yourself? And to the audience, can you please address what self-introspect means? And if yes, then how do you suggest that every human being should do this? Do you suggest self-introspecting yourself is one of the things that one of the key things that keeps you motivated, that keeps you prepare for the challenges, that makes you prepare for the challenges? First of all, please address what self-introspect means.
Okay, lovely question, and it is the need of hour in today's time, because wherever you are, whether you are a working profession, whether you have your own business, whether you are a homemaker, or whether you are a student, self-introspection is just a key. It's a key to open the lock for your own self from within, Because when you sit into the introspection, what is that? It's about talking to your own self and knowing your own self, understanding your own self, understanding your own actions that you have already taken. Now, whether that action was required, whether that respond or that reaction was important, or my response to that situation would have helped me to, built it in a better way. So all these things come when you are into the introspection. So I strongly recommend everybody that spending 10 minutes in a day, and that to early morning, with your own self, first connecting with the Supreme and then connecting with your own self, it opens lots and lots of the keys within. So that's what I feel.
Wonderful answer. Wonderful answer. My next question to you is: do you ever get distracted in your life? And if yes, then how you overcome that? At any point of life, whether maybe in school, in college time, or when you were graduating, or when you were working, and at any point of time, have you ever get distracted?
I still get distracted at times. I do get, and that one person in my life who makes me distracted is my son.
Okay.
So it's always I'm behind his studies. So if I'm working on my project and all of a sudden it clicks me, oh my God, he has done his homework. Oh, it's his tuition time. So I have to call him back, hold him back, and make him sit. So that's where I feel. Otherwise, see, everything is there in your mind. If you allow your mind to waver, it will go to hundreds and hundreds of places. So we need to be focused to what we are doing. So there is nothing as such distraction. Yeah, it's about expanding your horizon into doing various activities at the same time.
So coming towards the end of this interview, we are going to have a rapid fire round.
Oh.
Okay, in which I'm going to ask you 4 questions and you just have to answer quickly. Okay. So be prepared. My first question to you, that on a scale of 1 to 10, okay, how you rate this interview?
Oh my God, Jay, that's a very tricky question. Okay, on a 1 to 10, I will rate this interview at the scale of 7 because, okay, it's just rapid round, so 7.
The next question is, when was the last time you tried something new and what was that?
Last time I tried something new, it was during this lockdown. I tried making my own videos.
Okay,
on YouTube, yeah.
Okay. And the next question is, who do you sometimes compare yourself to?
A comparison is with, to be honest, I don't compare actually, because I improve onto myself.
Good. And the last question to this is, if you had to teach something, what would you teach?
Spread love and happiness.
Beautiful answer. The next, I would like to thank you first of all for coming on the board, and I would like to thank you on behalf of my whole college, because this is the activity which is being conducted by our college. And just one thing, what you suggest to the youth, to us, to teenagers, what lesson, any one thing you feel that you want to share at this moment?
See, I would like to say to the youth that you people are really awesome. Like you, Jay, you have blown my mind today. I have seen a different Jay, and today I'm addressing a different professional Jay in front of me. So that's lovely thing to see. And coming back to the youth, like if I have to share my one word to all of you, that is the strength, the hope, the courage. Because see, studies is one aspect of life. Yeah, of course you have to do it. You have to keep, searching for the colleges, enrolling, and getting the technical knowledge and the skill is one aspect of life. But always set yourself grounded. Always be what you are. Never try to pretend in respect to the area or the location you are into. Always be what you are, and always be confident into what you are, and always feel proud about what you are. So that's my advice to you all.
That's a beautiful answer, as expected from you.